Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It's April the 4th, Thursday, and as we do every Thursday, a swing trade review. It's been a tough market. Today was very bad, in my opinion, for this market to be up so strong in the morning and reverse as sharply as it did. Probably the second worst decline we had all year, if not worse. So, and it closed at lows for the day going away. Tomorrow and the next couple of days may be very critical to the trend here. The futures, early futures are up just a tad, but that's meaningless right now. Let's just look at some of the stocks that are in a swing trade and how critical it may be for these going forward. Coya, which has been a swing for a while, has been in this consolidation here for looks like 4 or 5 weeks now, and it's a good one because the stock went from 551 to almost doubling near 1069. Now the consolidation has taken about 5 weeks, and even though the pullback left today in particular was down about 5.75%. And it's not that far from the trend line and support. I don't want to see the stock under that line, which puts it basically under 8. Keep an eye on that. It has to be stopped if it's below that. My target is going to be 13-14 zone going forward should the market cooperate. CRDF, Cardiff, exploded in early March. It kept running until it pulled back and consolidated. Now, today, breaking out of a little bit of a coil pattern and popping nicely. Let me clear this up for you. You can see how it popped out of the coil. Divine pickup, only a little bit, and I need to see more than that. That could be one of the reasons why it backed off. Not to mention the prior high was tested, so we have resistance right there. And that would be around 640, give or take. Now, I'm pushed through here, probably gets us to 7.25, 8 and above. Stay tuned, but keep close tabs on that too. CRNT popped up today and then backed off, but it's acting well and flagging in this zone. And you can see the rising channel line is a beauty. I'm now looking for 365 and 445. DNUT, after exploding, and it pulled back, we put a swing on it, but I got to tell you, down 6 days in a row and at the gap, this has got to hold today's lows, in my opinion. Under 14 would be a stop. It got down to 14.20, close 14.30. Be very careful here because any additional downside, the stock could very well be 13 and a quarter, and it probably should be stopped until things either rectify themselves or it immediately rallies from here. The targets are 16 and 18 and 19 and a half going forward. DTSS at the apex of a big coil looked like it was going to pop. It did 2 days ago, but wait, did it get quiet and narrow, hardly trading volume? And this is and although today was a nominal new high at 969, the highest we've seen in about 2 weeks, I really needed to get it above that double top. So above 980 is where I think it takes off. Then your target's going to be 13 and 50. EverQuote popped right to the resistance level today at the prior high back here, and then backed off. So with the market pulling back, I'm not surprised. Nevertheless, it's a positive day, other than positive chart, I should say. But other than the big volume today, that's disconcerting. We'll just have to see if it's meaningful or not. Near-term support, 18. The key stop would be under 16.75. EXPE on the short side broke out of the coil to the downside, tried to rally back, failed, and backed off. This should start to see downside momentum if it breaks right here. Then you're looking at 120, 110 and below. ML popped out slightly and then pulled back and then popped again. But I'm thinking it's in a consolidation zone. And if it gets through here, we got a big move coming to 110 or better. That's 40 points, folks. Stay tuned. Nutanix has been as stellar as it gets, but today's spike up and breakout could not get through the prior high up at around 67. Today's high being 66.86, so and backed off to 64. So I'm going to need to get that take that out, and then your move is going to be low 70s, high 70s. Key support right there. I'd have to stop it under the pullback low, so the stop is under 59 for Nutanix. OSCR popped about 4 days ago, and I thought it was breaking out, but it did not break the declining tops line. And I anticipated, and that's a mistake the traders often make, including one I made. So be careful and make sure your stop on this one is under 13 and a quarter. I don't want to see it below that because then it starts to get nasty. What I really am looking for now is to move over 15 and a quarter thereabout. That should make that stock extend quite nicely. OUST has been up for now 6 days in a row, and today's pop got it to the top of the really tight channel. Let's look at it on a 15-minute basis. See what I mean? The pullback right to support held all day. This has to hold, and I know it's tight, but I don't want to see this under 1990. But it is a swing, so we got to give ourselves some leeway. And don't forget, when you're up 6 days in a row after breaking out, you might very well pull back and retest at some point. So I'm eventually looking for 13 and 15. SPIR came down hard after breaking out on, I believe it was a secondary, but it's gone absolutely sideways for 8 or 9 days. Now, many would construe this as a bear flag, as would I, but the underlying technicals are quite strong. I'm not going to be surprised if this suddenly reverses and runs up to 1240 and keeps going. First target 15, second target 19. However, any breakdown below, I'd have to say below 1040 would be a stopping point. Talk popped up to the resistance and backed off like many stocks we saw today. Once this gets over 377, I'm looking for 4.5 and 5. The ERI popped as well. Made a nice move up to 776. Unfortunately, closed a point off the high and barely up a quarter on a day, up 4%. Nevertheless, it's a new high. It's a strong trend, and if it continues, you might see 8.5 and 10. VNDA exploded on big news yesterday and then backed off today. Although it did pop early, it ended up net with a negative day at down 13 cents at 492. Disappointing because in the morning it ran up to 544. Looked like it was going to explode again. The only real positive part is between yesterday's volume of 51 million and today's volume of 6.3 million. The pullback did come on low volume. Let's see what this does over the next day or two. YELP is a tech trader to swing short, and it looks like it came right to the declining channel top and we had an engulfing negative bearish reversal day from 41.62 to 39.51 and closing literally right at the low for the day going away. I think this cracks, and if it does, 37 and 34 might be your near-term targets. ZETA exploded. And then backed off, but it's really hung in there well all day. This is a new tech trader swing, and today's gain of 18.5% in a bad market was very impressive. 6.3 million traded, the biggest volume we've seen in a couple of years, if not the biggest on an update for sure. Next target would be 13 and 3/4 and 15. And that is it for my review of the tech traders swings for Thursday, the 4th of April. Good night, everybody.